Venom, a C minus. Also, Sony, you have got to stop putting things in trailers that are very important to the film. Just stop. If you've seen the trailer for this movie, just like The Amazing Spider-Man 2, you have seen very specific parts of the film that are meant to be important. You can go into the movie, see the tension of something set up, and you're thinking in your head, I've seen this entire scene in the trailer. It's sad. It really is. All That Man has always been super important to me. Ever since I was a child, I've always loved this character, and Venom has always been my favorite Spider-Man villain. And it was very crushing to me to see a kind of wishy-washy portrayal of him in Spider-Man 3. And he's just never really gotten a good rap, and this film especially had a very difficult time getting to theaters. And so I am a supporter of this, and I was pulling for this, even though I didn't think the trailers looked any good. I didn't like this movie at all. I think that it's a massive misfire. There are a lot of scenes throughout the film, however, that give you a hint at what this film could have been. Some of my favorite aspects of the film are the back and forth between Eddie Brock and Venom, the personality inside of him, and the arguments they have. Seeing Eddie Brock try to interact with people, try to be a normal person while this voice is screaming inside of his head, trying to calm this side of him down while also interacting.
Movies like Venom can oftentimes surprise me because I go in with such low expectations, it's almost impossible to sink even deeper down. Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle was a recent example of a film that I thought was just going to be complete garbage, and it turned out to be a fun time for the family. Ghostbusters 2016, I think, on the other hand, was exactly what I thought. Just a soulless cash grab on a property that should have laid dormant. Venom's closer to the Ghostbusters side of things than I would like to admit, but that's where we're at. Tom Hardy plays something in this movie. I don't know what. I've never seen a person like Eddie Brock in my life. Tom Hardy is just, every scene, he's like this different weird guy that has awkward mannerisms, doesn't really know how to talk to people. He's always like this close to their face. And then at other times, he's like this kind of, devil may care, playboy dude. He rolls up in a bike, leaves it. He's like, yeah, I do whatever I want. I'm Eddie Brock, guys. Let's film. Let's make some movies. Let's shoot some new stuff. And his girlfriend, Anne, played by Michelle Williams, is perfectly fine, normal, rational person. I have no idea what she sees in Eddie Brock. They have a nice 5 to 6 minute little love story set up, and then it's just immediately eviscerated in one foul swoop because of a decision he made. And all I'm thinking is, you guys were just about to get married, and it really took very little for her to just be like, well, fuck you. They don't even talk it out. Like, it's just straight up over. It would have been one thing if the script led to this moment at all, but there's no indication that these two have any sort of rough patches to work through. They're seemingly perfect up until the point where it all just goes to shit overnight, and that's a problem with the movie all around. Character decisions are based solely on where this movie needs them to get. Venom, for instance, the symbiotic alien creature who takes over Eddie Brock, is evil, hates him. He's just using him as a vessel to get around until he can move to the next one. He calls him names, makes fun of him.
Is dumb. It's really stupid. It's the funniest movie I've seen in a while. And sometimes that was intentional. There are some points in the movie that actually did get a genuine laugh out of me. But most of the time, I was just laughing at the movie. I could see this movie doing pretty well because normies are probably gonna like it. They're gonna say shit like, so Venom was actually like really funny. And like Venom was actually like pretty sexy. I'm giving this one like a 3 out of 10. And honestly, I'm being pretty generous about that one.
What the hell are you?
I am Venom.
he asked for you to interview him, I'd have shut that shit down.
Oh, yeah, you know the FBI, they're just taking advantage of the one and only time you'll ever speak to anyone. They're hoping that I may help them identify some additional bodies.
FBI don't work up close and personal with him. The FBI will have to identify you. You don't follow the rules. Hey, Red, I got a visitor for you.
Hi, Eddie. Hey, do you mind if we forego the whole creepy serial killer thing here? Sure, it's good with me. I mean, I can turn it on if you want. I can talk about the goddess patterns of arterial spray. I bet you can. Tough to see you in this light, Eddie. Come on over. Eric? I'm here. When I get out of here, and I will, there's gonna be carnage.